Hi everyone, it's been about 125 years since I've done a video on this particular channel, but it's time to revisit my eyeshadow palette collection, of which I have far too many, and it's time to start turfing some of them out. And so I thought that I would just do this experience with you, and it's a fun thing to do, right? These are the first two boxes that just happen to be near me. So we'll start with Gourmand Girls. Let's get the box out of the way. This is Peach Perfect. It's a pretty palette. I've only used it a couple of times. This dark green, gorgeous. I love it. And this kind of weird sea foamy grey green. Also this one. It really doesn't look like there's that much difference, but this one is actually darker. And it is really just the greens. The shimmers in this one, my favourite is this Papa Don't Preach colour. Sorry, peach colour. And yeah, it's very nice, nothing outstanding, but it's a keeper. Okay, this one is brand new. It's from Ensley Rain. It's Nevermore, and it's blinking lovely. Actually, I'm kind of regretting my decision not to get the other one, but yeah, the shimmers in this are exquisite, so very good. And the matte formula in this too, excellent. I do like their mattes. I also like the mattes in this palette. This is another fairly new one to me, the Rotten palette from Blend Bunny. I didn't get it when it first came out. I was hoping it was going to come to Glisten Cosmetics in the UK, but Blend Bunny seemed to have stopped their association with them for some reason that I can't fathom. And it's a real shame, because now with the here in the UK we have import tax on anything over £135. That's being scrapped in 2029, I think. So from then onwards I won't be buying from abroad if it means yet more blinking taxes. So yeah, no. Hopefully American brands will find their way into some more UK retailers, right? This one's from Titanium Foxes. It's their Natus palette. It's called something like Crying with Horses, which I just thought was the weirdest name for an eyeshadow palette that I've ever heard. I really do love their formula. Their mattes are not amazing, but they are good enough. You know, this beautiful multichrome down here, and this one also is a gorgeous multichrome. See if I can make it change. There you go. It's going green. I know it's a very common one. They both are. But this is a really lovely palette, and I love the colour story. So of all these newer ones, obviously I'll be keeping them. Here's another one, Shattered Looking Glass. And that is also very beautiful. This one is just kind of, it's weird. It's like a black with orange sparkles in it. The sparkles don't last, which is such a pity. But the palette itself is very lovely. And then next in this box, we've got two more from Titanium Foxes. I actually like them quite a lot. The Poppy Quiet palette, which has been out for ages, but it's new to me. Look at that. That is gorgeous. This one, Poppy Gem. Fantastic duochrome or multichrome. I'm not sure which. There you go. It's going to green. Wow. Okay, so that's lovely. And also, I really like these colours. They tend to make, on my pale skin, they tend to make me look a bit bruised, but I use them anyway because they're just so nice. And then Dying Day, which is another beauty. And again, this gorgeous multichrome there. It's a stunner. So yeah, another keep. And then finally, for this one, we've got Twilight Eclipse, which I honestly have to confess I haven't even used yet, which is awful. I did swatch it, but that's literally all. The reds are looking a bit brighter, this one particularly for some reason in this camera, than they actually are, which is a shame. It has a very lovely colour, this one, Mind Tricks. Very nice. And I will get to use it. And then this one, Shadow Souls. So this is from Mika Beauty Shop. I have placed another order with them, and I've got another one of their palettes coming soon. And I can't wait because, oh my goodness, this is my find of 2026 for sure. Absolutely love it. The matte formula is lovely. The shimmers are extraordinary, you know, Ensley Rain quality shimmers for sure. Okay, that's that box done, and they're all keepers. Next onto this little box, I've got some Cleona in here, which these are fairly new. This one I think was from their Christmas holiday collection, and it is a very pretty selection of colours in here. This one, lovely, aren't they? Although I really got my fingers burnt with talking about taxes with ordering this collection. I ended up having to pay customs, so that was annoying. And my own fault. And then the Light Scatters palette from Add to the Brow, which also has some really nice multi-chromes in here. They look so different in different lights. Now, these type of shadows that they do, they're very smooth, not quite as impactful as I like, to be honest. I'm not sure that Cleona is my kind of, you know, I don't know if they're my top brand, but having said that, I do enjoy them, although I don't use them as often as I should. This was a selection from Shine by SD, the Mean Greens. I actually got this on Monolith. And these are a lovely shiny collection, even though two of them are positively blue, if you ask me. One's very turquoise. They are a really nice selection of greens. Gorgeous. This one, Across the Glitterverse, this is a tiny little palette by Slayfire Cosmetics, and this is actually new to me. Look at these glitters. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to start putting, you know, swatches or anything because it's just too much. Getting them off can be a little bit of an ordeal. Not terrible, but, you know, not as easy as normal eyeshadow, put it that way. But these are a wonderful selection of colours, and I do use them. This is my Euphoria palette, really. Oh my god, did you watch Euphoria? There's another season coming out, which I'm quite happy about. This little NARS Sissist palette, oh, well, I only use one shade in there, and it's this one, and you can tell it has such a huge divot in it. I think I've got this in the full size as well for that one shade, which is bad, but I really need to use that up. These are some singles from Diveroon, and oh my god, favourite, absolute favourite brand. More than probably any other for both their matte and shimmer qualities. Oh my goodness, they are amazing. And quite, you know, they're not expensive to order from to the UK. Their posting is extremely reasonable. Here's their Dewdrops 2. I don't actually have the Dewdrops one. When I went to order it, it was out of stock, and literally every time I've thought, oh, I'll just check on that, it's not been back in stock every time. I don't know if they've restocked and sold out or quite what's gone on there, but I've never been lucky enough to snag it. Fairy Lights, and this is Glaminatrix. These are less impactful than Diveroon, but still lovely nonetheless, and I'm happy to have it. Then we've got two from Glam Shop. These are fairly recent, I think. They look like little tarot cards, don't they? I don't know if they're still for sale on their website, but lovely. And again, Glam Shop is definitely in my top 5 brands. And this Cooler palette, they are amazing. They make such glorious shades. Oh my god, I've forgotten this was even here. The Creamy from Huda Beauty. I bet it's not creamy anymore. Let's see. Oh, no, actually, what the hell? It is. That's extraordinary. It's got to be 2 years since I've even opened this up. Ooh, and now I've got gunk on my fingers. Please hold. I know a lot of people didn't like that that palette, but I really did. I thought I'd got the other one as well, but I'm not sure where it is if I did. This is the mattes palette. Awesome mattes. Oh my god, Huda. These are really gorgeous and I love them. And then the Sugar palette from ABH. Why didn't they continue doing things like this? Their latest one, was it called Haze or something like that? What the heck is going on with the shimmers in that one? They're just so boring. This is super pretty. I couldn't resist it. I did buy the Spice as well, but I think that's long gone. I didn't get on with that one so much. Tartlet again. This is okay. So this is my first declutter. This shade I really enjoyed. That shade I really enjoyed. You can see there's a big dip in that one, but yeah, that's not been used for such a long time. And then finally we've got the Bougie palette from Ensley Rain, and I almost didn't buy it because I don't want to be preachy or anything, but you know, why do you have to say that? Just why? It's, you know, we're all grown up, surely. Anyway, this one, this shade in the middle is a duochrome or a multichrome, I'm not sure which. It's the only one in there that's you know, shifty, but very lovely. The mattes in this, oddly, I didn't find that great. I've used it a couple of times. That deep pink is a good one, but this rusty colour was awful. Sorry. Anyway, that's that lot. Let's move on to the next. Okay, next box we've got Dark Dreamscape by Bella Beauty Bar, which I don't love as much as I thought I was going to, which is kind of a shame. I guess because I'm not really much of a turquoise fan, but the purples and this row here, lovely. And even these two pinks at this end. Again, the shimmers in this weren't that phenomenal, apart from maybe that one, which really is quite special. And I also really like this deep dark one in the corner, although it's more of a satin. It's very nice. Not top favourite palette. Death from Cosmic Beauty, which again, I like it. That red is very impactful indeed. It comes out kind of orangey, but it's very nice indeed. A gorgeous colour, I must say. Oh, Magnetic Mineralia. I didn't get this until quite a long time after it had come out, because I'm not a fan of these kind of mauves and swampy chartreuses and greens, but I just got it for the sake of completeness, honestly, because I just love them. And there are, I mean, I will use every single one of those. The shimmers are gorgeous. Okay, next is the Love Glam palette from Glam Shop that I think came out at Valentine's. Absolutely stunning palette. The shimmers also super impactful and beautiful, particularly this, and this. I've seen this shade twice already so far as we've been going through. There's nothing new under the sun, is there? From the Roots from Day Day Signature. I love Day Day Signature. Again, top 5 brand. And everything that they come out with, I'm eyeing it up. I'm looking at it and considering, do I really need it? And you know what? With this one, this was one where I really nearly didn't buy it. And I'm so glad that I did, because it's just a gorgeous piece of work. Next is Lands of Enchantments from Ensley Rain. I mean, for someone who's not that keen on purple, I bought it anyway, because just look how lovely. This colour is stunning, and so is that one and this one. Oh my god, I can't resist it. That's the problem. Next is Festive Elegance, which again, Day Day Signature did a lovely job with this. It's quite a traditional Christmas colour story, and I love it for that very reason. It's so beautiful and so gorgeous colours. I really need to use it more. Next, it's Crystallize, and that's from Bella Beauty Bar again. This one I didn't like as much as I thought I was going to. There's been a few that I felt that way about, where I thought, oh my god, when I saw it, and then thought, Really? For me, the standout shade is this greenish blue matte. It is such a beautiful colour. I love it. And this sort of shimmery dark shimmer down in the corner. It's nice. It's a lovely palette. For this sort of thing, there are ones that I would pick out and build my own palette for sure. There's also quite a similar or similarities with Crystallize and the Lands of Enchantment and the Glow palette also from Ensley Rain. If you put Glow and this one together, you pretty much get that. So it was probably not something that I really needed to have. Next from Bella Beauty Bar is the Come Play With Us palette. And again, I bought this for one shade and it's that one. And it is so gorgeous. It's green. It's not. It's pink. It's fabulous. I love it. And it's a nice colour story that I can work with. Next, Artificer, which I have noticed every single video that I have watched of other people reviewing this palette, they cannot say Artificer, and I don't know why. They say Artificer, or I don't know, some other weird pronunciation that just cracks me up every time. Anyway, this one was okay. It's very neutral. You might say boring, and probably that's why I've only used it a couple of times, but I really love this light shimmer here, and this split pan is very lovely. So yeah, if you want just a nice neutral look, this is probably a really good palette for you. I actually do like it. And then Avatar, this one, I think, I don't know what, it was the Air one, I think. And it's very good. I love this shade here. And that one's quite nice too. You know, different, it's not the same thing you see everywhere. And I love these bright pops. And then finally, for this one, Broken Jewels by Day Day Signature, which instantly, the minute I saw it, I was all over this. This pale yellowy green here, stunning, really pretty palette. And I thought, weirdly, this one, the Roots palette came out shortly after this one, and I thought that this one would be the one that I would prefer, but actually, it's the other. Surprised myself. All right, next one. Blend Bunny and the Gardener's Stars. I've used it a couple of times. I really should use it more. I actually don't really care for Blend Bunny's shimmers, to be honest, but I saw this and I thought, you know, they look very much improved. So I bought it and I am glad that I did. And I got this off of Glisten, which is why it wasn't so monstrously expensive. It did arrive with 2 broken shades, unfortunately, but I was able to press them back. Next, this is the Fearless Holiday from Day Day Signature, which was from the Christmas before last. Oh, look at it. It's so fun and so fabulous. I love that palette so much. And then this year's palette from Gourmand Girls, which everyone has cried about because it's, you know, in a bauble shape. Just keep the box. Why are you all moaning about how you store your palettes? Just keep it in the box and it's nice and square. Personally, I love this thing so much. It might be my favourite Christmas palette. It's very boring, I know. We have a navy blue in the corner that's almost black on this screen, but it is a navy. And the colours are stunning. These are my colours though. I fell in love with these. And this shimmer here is so pretty. Beautiful thing. And the artwork on there. Mind you, I'm a big fan of snow globes, so, you know, that would do it. Okay, then we've got 2 more from Diveroon. These are the Witch of the Wildflower and the Warlock of the Wood. Both of them are just lovely. Again, I thought that I'd prefer this one more, but when I actually started using this in the middle is, oh my goodness. and this dark purple. Their mattes in these palettes are so very good. And you can get so many looks out of just these two 9 pans. This green, oh, it's exceptional. Really. Wow. And then we have a regret. This one I definitely have buyer's remorse. The Dead Roses palette. This was the original Dead Roses. What was I thinking? I don't know why I bought it. I won't use these magentas and pinks at all. I will use the shimmers though, particularly that one and this one. So maybe not a complete waste, but again, it's the sort of thing where I wish I could just take a couple of singles out and forget about the rest. Sweethearts and Secrets from Day Day Signature. Gorgeous. Again, I wouldn't use these to myself, but everything else in this palette, stunning. Just don't know what it is about pink eyeshadow. You know, hot pink. Not for me. Okay, Unearthly Shadow Sculpt. This palette is beautiful. I really loved it, and I still do. This shade at the end, they really upped their game, didn't they? You wouldn't think that this was Unearthly, honestly. I was amazed. The shimmer quality is kind of thick, and that's how I particularly like my shimmers. This is the best thing for me, the best palette that they've ever done. And I know it's not the newest. I've got Gothic Romance floating around here somewhere. We'll get to it. Totally different. This is a remorseful purchase as well. It was the Odin's Eye matte selection, and honestly, they're just okay. I know this is probably their old matte formula now, so maybe their new ones are better. We'll get to all the brands individually in a bit, but at the moment I'm just going through these boxes which have some of the newer stuff that I've got. The Mocha Moment from Gourmand Girls, a stunning, beautiful palette. No regrets, no notes either. I think that's awesome. And then, yeah, Glow from Ensley Rain. So, do you see what I mean? With the addition of these greens and this neutral, you can pretty much get the crystallized palette from Glow and the Lands of Enchantment 2, whatever it was called, Lemurian palette. This, oh my goodness. God, they do some lovely, lovely stuff. Okay, not much left now. Cursed Moon from NBA Cosmetics. I have a couple of other NBA palettes. I don't find their formula to be that exciting, honestly, but for this palette, I love it. And again, I'm not a big fan of blue, but oh wow. Navy and yellow, or navy and gold, and this deep teal green. Just love this thing. And then this one, La Petite Maison. This came from, was this? Yeah, Gourmand Girls as well. I bought it for the packaging, I don't mind telling you. Look at it. It's so cute. I got it off their website along with a couple of other things. And that's what it looks like. It has one particularly amazing shade, and it's this one, Candlelight. But also, these are very pretty. If they look a bit similar, they are really, but on the eye they do look different. And yeah, pretty palette. We done? Almost. One left. Oh, Somber Soils from Diveroon. This was their satin formula, and it is good. Look at that. I mean, it's not shiny, it's not impactful, it doesn't smack you in the mouth, but that colour is particularly gorgeous, I think, and yeah, I like it. Okay, next this is the last box in my immediate vicinity. This is the Glaminatrix and Monolith Crown Legacy palette. I took one look at it and I was blown away. I love this so much. This it's probably my second favourite Glaminatrix palette, actually. This shade here, Opulent, is just that. The whole thing, beautiful. Gorgeous colour story. This is Flower Nose, the Sweetie Bear. God knows, mint chocolate, I think this one is. And look how nice. Again, I'm a sucker for blue and brown together. And this one is very lovely. We will get to the flower nose box a bit later. This one is Question Beauty. And I've forgotten what it's called. Spice and Fable, maybe. Lovely. Very nice, good quality too. As soon as they bring out another colour story that I'm interested in, I will probably make a beeline for it. The other two, I think, so far that they have are very blue. And then Kaleidos. I think it might be time to let these go. Honestly, don't even know. Twilight Rush and Venus Trap. Barely used, unfortunately. Nice enough, though. But yeah, I think these two, it's time to make an exit. Okay, that's 3 palettes. Well done. All right, Haggard. I don't know what this one's called. It's a Sea Beauty brand, and it arrived broken, this shade in the middle. Well, as you can see, there's chips taken out of these two mats as well, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, a very lovely palette for sure. So I'm keeping it for now. Might need to press that middle shade again, actually. It looks a bit dodgy in there. Right, my one and only Melt palette. I bought this from their website. Immediately this came out, and I really should have waited for reviews, but I saw it and thought, oh my God, Melt are doing shiny shadows. You know, proper shiny shimmers instead of their normal satin, dull, boring shimmers, in my opinion. And if I'd waited for the reviews, I don't know really if other people found the same as I did. But you see the deep gouge in that one. It's because it's really blinking hard to get it to show up. It's very crumbly. The formula is not great. I'm so sorry, Melt. I really wanted to love you, and I love the packaging. Oh my goodness, it was so cool. This is Girl Cult. Not quite sure what number. Very pretty. The shimmer's not as impactful as I would like. These are probably more like Cleona shimmers, but it's a pretty thing and a nice little quad. Okay, this is the Black Cat palette from Anthony, and look at that. Oh, it's so cute. And I have never used it. I think I might have used that red. That's so bad of me. Moving on. Oh, God, I think this might be Narimi. It might not be. Look how lovely this is, though. Oh, my goodness. This pumpkin and dark green and teal. I really love the way those colours go together. And I have used this and I have enjoyed it. And next we have this one. Ay, ay, ay. Honestly, I just don't know. Not quite as nice, honestly, but still, this pale lilac, gorgeous. And so's the pale pink. They're really good pastels, you know? I seem to have quite a lot from this brand. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that red glitter though. Gosh. I mean, it's not an actual glitter. It just looks like a glitter. It is so impactful and beautiful. Lovely. And then another one. I'm a big fan of Sea Beauty, by the way, if you hadn't noticed. You will notice even more when we get further into this video. This duochrome here, it might be a multichrome actually. It is just gorgeous. It's pink, it's green, it's gold. It's common, but it's a very lovely thing. And another. I think this is Dark Ash palette, this one's called. They have different names depending on where you buy them from sometimes. I buy most of my Sea Beauty from either Sea Beauty Mall or Look Healthy store. And yeah, they're excellent quality, really. And then, oh yeah, this one, I'd forgotten about this, Savage Growth. It's, again, another Sea Beauty, but look how gorgeous is that palette. Oh my god, look at the glitter on the wings. And that's the inside. This is green, but you're seeing pink and purple. There it is, green. Wow, very nice. Barely touched, I should keep that out. And then another beautiful artwork. Oh my goodness, look at that one. Instantly, I'm drawn to this greyish green. Very lovely. Lovely colour stories. And there's two more little ones in here, which are also Girl Cult. That one, although this is a multichrome here, I don't think I'm going to keep that one. That can go. And the same with this one. It's fairly new, but I think it's time to... Oh, I don't know though, that green there. It's so nice. I'll keep it for that one green. Okay, let's move on. All right then, next box, we're going to start with this one. It's the Mingo palette by Davini, and I love this thing so much. Pink and green, massive fan, middle shade, absolutely lovely. So's this one. And you can make some just that matte in the outer, that one on the inner, and one of these, and maybe that for your inner corner. Gorgeous. Again, I've seen a couple of other of their palettes that I've thought, oh, I'd like to get my hands on it, and it's been out of stock, so hopefully I'll be able to get more from them at some point. Next is the Coalescence. It's Bella Beauty Bar and No Pore. And that shade there, lovely. Again, I have a type, and this one is very nice. And then Nomad, my one and only Nomad palette left. This is the Chamonix Après Ski, and it's so cute. I just love this array of colours. I wish that it was, let me just check, I don't think it is magnetic. No, it's not. Otherwise, yeah. Anyway, I might have taken some out, but yeah, this palette, I just love it. That colour there and this one, those two in particular, so nice. And then Bizarre Botanicals from Diveroon. Let me just, please hold. Okay, so I'm just going to do a direct comparison with Secret Garden from Bella Beauty Bar, which I absolutely love. I love this palette. Look at that array of colours. And here's the Bizarre Botanicals from Diveroon. And honestly, you might say, well, if you've got this, you totally don't need that, right? But I actually prefer the Diveroon, not only in the choice of colours that they made and the fact that it's just a tiny bit more curated, but also the quality, no doubt. And it was when I got this, when I had them both in my hands and I was able to do a direct comparison, yeah. Although, you know, don't get me wrong, I like the row of neutrals in here, but we've all got neutrals, right? So, yeah, I don't know. This one, winner of those particular two. Okay. Next, it's the Witch's Familiar from Fantasy Cosmetica. And I do enjoy this. I enjoy this colour story very much. I love that particular shade right there. And yeah, not much to say about it, really. This is a proper red as well. You know, it doesn't go pink. A lot of reds do go pink on me, and I find that absolutely maddening. All right, here's a regret straight away. The REM Beauty Wicked palette. I just find it dull as ditch water. And the one interesting shade isn't actually that interesting. It's quite, you know, when you swatch it, it's just a green. It's okay, but it's just, you know, boring. And then this one, it's still in its sleeve because I haven't used it yet, but Golden Tides. Again, the completionist in me bought this because it's Day Day's signature, and I thought the shimmers looked gorgeous, particularly this orange. was going to say you don't see orange shimmers that often. You probably do, but they do an excellent one. This is beautiful. Let me just show you. Lovely, lovely colour. Okay. All right, so NBA Cosmetics. This little palette, I can't remember what it was called. It's just simply 4 mattes and 4 shimmers. The shimmers are so boring. They're satins, really. And to go with that is this Wandering Soul palette. Lovely artwork. And this one is much more impactful. You can just see it through the screen, can't you? I mean, look how shiny those are compared to these. And I know that not everybody likes particularly shiny shimmers, but for me, that's where it's at, and this ain't it. So this one can go. That one definitely stays. It's lovely. All right, and then last but not least for this box, so Shadow Sculpt. As I was saying earlier, the shimmers in here are just completely different than any other Unearthly palette that I have. Not that I have many left now. I did declutter a bunch. You can tell, I don't know what it is. These are just less. The ones in this Gothic Romance palette are just less shiny and less impactful, but I still love this palette, and I love it because it's so well done. It reminds me of like a Blend Bunny palette, I guess. Let me just try and get the colour a little better. There we go, that's better. I don't know, I just find this whole arrangement very convenient and I like it a lot. And then we have a Glamonatrix Cosmetics Timeless Touch. And this I bought because of this row of greens, which I just think are really pretty. I don't know what else to say, really. It's lovely. Dead Roses 2. Buyer's Remorse, honestly. Yeah, love that shade, but not really my... It's this, you know what it is? It's this. I don't know. Yellow, I'm not down with yellow, but my favourite Bella Beauty Bar palette ever is this one, Green Goddess. And look at this colour story. You see the contrast between the peach and the green and this gold with the neutrals. I love this palette so much. And this is even blue, depending on which light you're looking at it in. So yeah, favourite one. Okay, another box down. Next we have, this is the Silent Night palette from Gourmand Girls, which I absolutely fell in love with immediately I used it. I know that this is their old formula now, but it's still a good formula. And again, blue and brown, can't resist. If you're wondering why it looks different, it's because I had these on show for a while, pretending that they were books, so I covered them all up. Gourmand Girls Frozen Kiss. Wow, look at that. Do you know what it is? It's this green. If you took that green out, I wouldn't be half so impressed with it. But that green just brings this to life for me. And again, the pastels, excellent quality. Beautiful shimmers. The Bitten palette also, obviously, Gourmand Girls. Dark, mysterious, sultry, gorgeous. Lovely. Oh my goodness, top 5 brand. Have I got to 5 brands yet? Nevermore palette. That one, again, I know we've seen that today already, but it is beautiful and they do it so well. And that blue, this periwinkle blue here, stunning colour. Here's another blast from the past, the Nabla Cutie palette. Time for this to go. It's the only one I've got left, actually. I'm really confident in saying that. I kept it for the silver, which even now, and this has got to be 6 or 7 years old, still very good. Next we have, oh yeah, there it is, the Narcissist Large palette. And again, it's just that one shade that I love and use massively. So I really need to use this up. This dark brown here actually is a really good one. So just a simple 2 shadow look is so easy with this palette. And then we've got Pat McGrath. I don't even know which one this one is. It's simply kept for these. If I could get them out. Nope. Oh well. I suppose I'll just go back on the shelf then. And then this one. Again, these 4 at the end. Otherwise, I just don't rate her eyeshadow that much. I suppose I ought to just keep these because they'll be collector's items in a minute if she gets, you know, completely made bankrupt. So Bleeding Hearts, again, Gourmand Girls, every shadow is so beautiful. That dark green, again, makes it. Stick in a green and Feb's happy, honestly. The Trapped palette. I also had a couple of, I think there's only one ever that I ever decluttered, and that was Nueva Vida back in the day. Probably should have kept it, and I wish I had, because I love Steph from Steph's Beauty Stash. She is such a lovely, cool girl. And then we've got a few more Sea Beauties. This one, it's just a pure palette of mattes, and they are lovely, if a little bit cloudy, you know. They're quite pick-uppy, but very nice and easy to apply and blend. ABH. Wow, that's got to go. That is so old. Again, it was this shade. If that one wasn't there, I wouldn't have looked twice at this palette, I can tell you truly. I'd like to think I was a little bit better, a bit more discerning now. Oh, Lord. Who is this? Is this Ace Beauty? I think it is, isn't it? Wow, time to go for that one as well. ABH and Ace Beauty. Okay, so last but not least here. I should have made a note of who this is, shouldn't I? It's like Pixie Beauty or somebody like that. It has a couple of really impactful shimmers, which I will keep for that reason. Okay, let's move on to the drawers next to me. You know what? No, I'm going to stay with my shelves because I feel like this video is already like an hour long, or at least half an hour. I feel like I've been talking for ages, so we'll get the shelves done first and then move on to drawers. So Cryptine, this tiny little thing, I can't remember what it was called. It was just a 5-pan palette, but a very, very beautiful one. Green and purple and this lovely iridescent. Oh, it's a keeper. I love Cryptine. I haven't got a bad thing to say about them, honestly. Top 5 brand. This one, it's one of the Secret Gardens. Love the colour selection in here. And this, beautiful blurple. So nice. This was the Atlantis one, I think, their blue one, which for someone who doesn't wear blue very often, I don't know why I bought it, but I'm so glad I did because it's spectacular. And then the Emerald. I have a lot of Cryptine, right? This is so, so lovely. It's kind of a green neutral palette. Not dissimilar from that Unearthly one, I don't think. And then this is the other Secret Garden one, the one with the yellows in, which for someone who doesn't like yellow, that one, this marigold shade, gorgeous. And again, another beautiful iridescent, that pink, so pretty. And this one again, which I've got a soft spot for this shade, no doubt. Burnt Forest. Yeah, wow, this is old now actually, but again, beautiful. Oh, I've just noticed it's actually on the mirror. Cool, saved me having to look for it. I'm not sure if they did that on all of them. Oh, they did. Secret Garden number 1 is that one. Okay. And then this is Violet Crazy. Possibly my least favourite of all of them. But not anything that I would ever get rid of because it is still beautiful. And then this one's fairly recent, I think, Seraph. This one arrived with a broken shade, such a shame. It looks like it needs pressing again. But yeah, this one is super flaky. This one, my goodness, it's really hard to pick up. And I tend to use a silicone applicator for this, but the shine on it, whoa, beautiful. Okay. And then last but not least in this bunch, I think this is back to Diveroon. Yeah, the Moth and the Moon, which was the first Diveroon palette that I ever purchased. And I'm very sentimental about this. Oh my God, look at it though. It's amazing. Oh, okay, that's that lot. This shelf is also where I tend to keep the things that are slightly awkward or all my singles. Although this is an Ensley Rain container, the first 3 shades are Ensley Rain and the second 2 are Mika Beauty Shop. And they are all fab. Love them. These are just a collection. As you see, I've written down all the names. This is the Turbo Glow shades from Glam Shop, which are all so old now. I dread to think how old, but I love them. I love them so much. I've got a broken shade in there, so I need to be careful with it. The Diabla palette from Blend Bunny, which I bought solely for the mattes because, again, I don't find their shimmers that great for me. I mean, they are good, don't get me wrong, they're excellent quality. This one's got a dent in it because my cat walked on it yesterday. I was using the mattes in this yesterday. The white is very nice for inner corner, etc. And yeah, he stood right on it. Thank you, Sherlock. Okay. These are just a bunch of singles from Charmacy, which, again, it's another Sea Beauty. It came in an enormous palette that was so blinking big. So I just transferred everything into this. So you've got a highlighter, face powder, bronzer, 3 different blushes. This one, it's a very kind of lilac-y pink, beautiful. And all these shadows. Their mattes are really weak, honestly, compared to what I like and am used to. But their shimmers are everything. They're really lovely. So Charmacy, very good. My one palette from Jolie Beauty, the Ethereality palette, which I really must get rid of, except for these 2 shades. I have hit pan on this one, almost on that one. Once those are gone, I will get rid. Although, again, glitters. I actually really like the glitters. I went through a phase of never, ever, ever using glitter. But now I'm much more amenable to it. And they truly are lovely ones, actually, in here. And in here I keep all my singles from Lethal. They're old, they're so old, but I keep them just because, I mean, the shimmers are awful, honestly. They weren't that great when I got them, and yeah, they're much more satin-like. I mean, when I say awful, I don't mean awful. I love Lethal, but I don't love those old shimmers. And these were their newer, shiny multichrome and extra shiny shades, which are good. And I don't even know what's at the back here. Just a mixture of... I don't actually know. Who are you? Oh, no idea. Why didn't I keep a note of it? Oh, look, that's Shine by SD. Okay, so some of those are Shine by SD, and these are 3 more Lethals. As for this lot, no idea. I will get rid of those, clear that out. And then this palette is Naughty But Nice from BH Cosmetics. Do you know how to think about that then? Which, honestly, again, super old, really ought to be binned. But I'm keeping it for the 2 glitters, Jingle Bells and Chestnuts, which are still good and recently used. So, yeah, I don't know about any of the others. I used this palette properly when I got it. This might be my last BH palette. Glad to see it's still there. Also on this shelf, just because it's so big, it's the Pastel Garden palette from Bella Beauty Bar. Barely touched, but gorgeous, isn't it? Now that summer's coming, maybe I'll use it a bit more. It does have a couple of extreme beautiful shimmers in there. The very awkward Lord of the Rings Middle Earth palette. I've kept it in its box just because the box is so cool. But the palette itself is also very cool. I'm not that much of a fan of Glamlight, although you'll see that's an actual lie when I get to my Glamlight box. But yeah, I don't know. I do like this palette. I love all the colours in it. That shimmer is very pretty. Not as shiny and sexy as I like to see, but nevertheless, it's a very good quality palette for sure. And I mean, it's Lord of the Rings. What are you going to do? Look at it. It's a thing of beauty. You've got to give Glamlight kudos for their packaging, especially when it's something that really appeals to you. Next is a whole bunch more of the Glamlight singles. These are their holochromes and multichromes and crystal shadows along the bottom, and they are so cool. So good, some of them. I bought them twice, like that's the same shade. I don't even know why. Because I'm an idiot and didn't keep track, I think. And it's annoying because they're not cheap, you know what I mean? And again, yet more Glam Shop. These are their Ultra Pearls, Velvets and Marbles. So gorgeous. Okay, and then last but not least from that shelf, these are all my Pastel Roses singles, and they are just beautiful and stunning, and I do enjoy Pastel Roses enormously. They have some gorgeous iridescence down at the bottom there that you can see, as well as plenty of gorgeous neutrals, as well as pinks and purples and blues and greens and everything you could possibly want. I love them to bits. And I have quite a few of their palettes also. And then this is a random box with some Sydney Grace leftovers, which, I don't know, I used to have loads and loads and loads of Sydney Grace singles, but I got rid of them. They just, you know, the shimmers weren't doing it for me. So there's a few mattes left, some Makeup Geek left, a couple of random Odin's Eye, and I don't even know what these are. Oh, a couple of NBA Cosmetics singles. And, oh, this is Davina along here. And I think this is, yeah, Fantasy Cosmetica and just various brands, bits and pieces. And then a last one for today. In here, we've got all of my Natasha Denonas, which I have depotted from her various palettes. So when we get to the Natasha Denona section, you'll see that I have very few palettes left from her because some of them were really old and I just, you know, got rid. Others where there were shades that I actually liked, I kept. But as you see, there are very few shimmers compared to the mattes, and that's because I don't find her shimmers to be that exciting for me personally. But I do like her matte shadows, so that I can see instantly there's the Roxa palette, there's the Love palette. Oh no, not Roxa, I think it's all Love. And various others in here that I can't remember right now. Is this retro? Some of them are cream to matte, most of them are just powders. Okay, I'm going to call that the end of this video because it just feels like it's gone on for such a long time and I'm going to have a huge amount of editing to do. Obviously there will be a part 2 because we haven't even got to so many brands. I think everything else is pretty much by brand, but we'll see when we get there because I know there's going to be some rogues. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Take care. Stay safe, everybody.